Hello everyone, I am roughly man-sized. This is Hades, episode 14.
Owie, looks like the bone Hydra of Asphodel just
Yep,
stomped you that time, huh?
don't need to remind
I
me.
hear each of its heads has its own nasty tricks. That must be tough.
Okay, a minorest of hints.
Pleasant, yes.
Didn't hear you come in.
You know what? I think we're gonna focus on gameplay for now and save the dialogue for when the game's out of early access. Each of the heads do something different. I mean, I basically already knew that. Well, let's unlock this first.
Mir has grown in power.
Start of each escape. So start of each run, we start with some money. Not bad. We could get another. We've got quite a lot. I'm gonna get another Death Defiance now, and then we'll get a first rank in Deep Pockets. That's all we can afford. Mostly, I want more ranks in Death Defiance just because it affords us more time to learn. Taking the bow.
Let's go with this one.
Want to try that thing out?
Maybe I should switch things up.
And for our first boon with the bow, yeah, let's take a bow boon, Artemis boon.
Let's go.
If we were good, we wouldn't need so many Death Defiance ranks. But since we're still learning, I think it's useful to have that survival. Hey, Artemis's blessings are stronger. Well, they're not rarer, I can tell you that. Okay,
Time to hunt.
deadly crit. Crit chance. What's my problem when I use the bow is I try to 100% go for power shots every time. Your attack has a chance to deal critical damage. Yeah. Just any attack, even not charged up. Bow is a very safe weapon for me, I think. It is definitely the most
For the mirror.
kind of passive isn't the right word, but yeah, I'm happy to have a pomegranate immediately. It's definitely the most the safest weapon, I guess, would be the way to say that. You know, the least risk involved, at least in terms of taking damage. I do think the actual... Okay, gotcha. Totally meant to do it that way, by the way. I think it has the most risk involved in terms of its attack, possibly. Now, that might be the wrong way to look at it. What I mean is how vulnerable you are while you're charging up your shot. But what that really means is you need to play better. Like everything in this game. The answer is be good. Have you heard of getting good? Alright. So, in case you were wondering what's been going on with me lately, I, with my girlfriend at the moment, are in the midst of planning out a trip. Oh, there's another guy here. It's kind of been a dream of hers to cycle across Europe. And so our lives at the moment are basically save money for that and plan it out. But as a consequence of that, been doing a bit of cycling recently. Hey, James. You're not allowed to do that, James. We already learned your patterns. You can't keep doing this to us. Right? You only get staggered for power shots. It's the biggest downside to the bow for me. At the moment, is that I expect stagger out of all the shots. Hey. Hey, that's actually embarrassing. So, as she's fully in on this trip, I'm sort of still on the fence about it for various reasons. But we've both started cycling quite a bit, and she's ordered her bicycle already. I've never looked into the world of like high-end bikes before, but they are expensive.
Come on, then.
I don't know if you've ever got like a high-end like trek bike. I'm not sure what you call them. Like to me, they're 2 wheels and a bunch of pedals, right? I might be naive in saying that, but a bike's a bike, right? Like as long as it goes forward. Hey, let's trust in ourselves here for a bit. We can get HP off Sisyphus anyway. Right, that's definitely the right choice.
Say, tell me.
Sisyphus.
Blah blah blah.
I get it.
Give me the HP.
Not to worry.
Thank you, mate.
Good luck out there.
What was I saying? Cycling. Yeah, man. High-end road bikes. They are expensive. Of course, I don't know why I shouldn't be surprised about that. High-end anything is very expensive. I know that. I have a few guitars that are fairly expensive. And it's the same kind of thing, right? If you want nice stuff, you gotta pay. You gotta pay those bills. Hey, you gotta fork over the money. But are we getting? She's basically in charge of picking out the bikes. I didn't aim at all there, by the way. That was just the game aiming for me. Thank you, game. She's taken the lead on selecting the bikes and the gear and stuff, you know. And she's informed me we need a particular type of bike, since we are basically going cross-country and carrying most of our equipment with us on the bikes. You can't just take any old bike. It needs to have a strong enough frame to withstand the extra weight, etc., etc. You know, and she's probably right. Yeah, just stand still and take it. I did notice just there we actually do get a little kind of blue bar for the HP we'll recover. I think that's what that's for. You know, you need a particular kind of bike that can handle the stresses of constant daily use and extra weight. Someone else somewhere. It's James. Remember the James. Break out before you get bees.
What do we have here?
Yeah, she's probably right, but also in the back of my mind, a bike's a bike, right? A bike's a bike. I don't know, she's probably right. But so we have a couple bikes on the way, and I'm looking forward to putting some miles on them. I'll try to get to but yeah, that's high level stuff. So we're not high level yet. I think another boon is actually kind of what we need right now. But yeah, have you ever bought a high-end travel bike? What would you expect to pay for one of those bikes? Just if you have no idea, just give it a guess. You have no idea of the actual prices. Take a guess now, and then look it up. You'll probably be less surprised than I was. But then I tend to think everything is overpriced. And naively expect things to be actually priced for what they're worth. But in my version of reality, that I live in my head, everybody's overcharging for everything, intentionally trying to get more money out of their consumers. Probably not alone in that, but at least I'm nothing if I'm not aware of myself. I might be aware of what I do wrong. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing it. As evidenced by 14 episodes of this game so far. Okay, we're just going to skip the dialogue. Hi. Your cast is bigger and stronger and can deflect. Yeah. Your dash is slightly slower, but deals damage and can deflect. I just don't know. How much slower? Yeah, there'd be so much value in this. We didn't even look at this one. Your special is stronger and can deflect. We haven't even used it once. That's so good. It's a lot of damage, I think. But I do want to know what this is like. Titan Toppler. Slightly slower. How much slower? And what does that refer to? Does that refer to the speed at which we can chain them together? Or actually the speed that we move while dashing? You know, the fact that it's called Titan Toppler. I think we take the phalanx shot and save that for another day when we don't have a better choice. You know? Like, I think we have a better choice here. So we take
Shield
that.
of light.
And actually use cast and special. Remember, special has knockback on it.
What
Okay,
else?
good. That is strong. It's slow, though. It's slow. It takes its time to... Hey. Not a good time to use a special, and you know it. It does take its time to reach. It's pretty good for these slow-moving targets, though. Speaking of slow-moving. James. Okay. So... Yeah, I think this build kind of speaks for itself at the moment. I casted that only to deflect those shots. So you're definitely not guaranteed to hit on a deflect. There's room to miss.
I'll just keep this on me.
We could use some more obols. We got quite a bit of HP actually. Let's unseal this.
How bad could it be?
I do think we'd be nicely served with some additions to this cast. Like the Poseidon one that makes it larger with knockback. But now we're getting a lot of damage off. Oh, these guys are so slow. Can you believe we still get hit by these guys occasionally? Like, it's actually hard to fathom.
Back.
Good piercing damage. Yeah, we have no more casts. I mentioned earlier in a previous episode how I don't have the good peripheral vision when it comes to video gaming. You know, I really have to move my eyes down to that 3 out of 3 to see how many casts we have.
Oh my.
But we didn't take damage on that room, I don't think. So that automatically makes it a success. Just dash right through you. Abuse of iframes there. Cast at you. Okay, I am going to get away from you now. Okay. So yeah, bicycling. I cycle to work every day, but mostly because it's literally 5 minutes downhill all the way, and it's super easy.
Next.
Oh, another phase. Didn't even give me time to scratch my upper lip. You guys ever get a itchy? What's it called? The frenum? That might be completely the wrong term. The part of your upper lip that has that kind of like 2 grooves. You guys ever get that? I get an itchy frenum. I'm gonna call it that, even if that's not the right name. I've got an itchy frenum. Now, I do willfully have hair grown on my upper lip. That probably has something to do with it.
Let's have a look here.
Let's take a look at this. We don't need the life, honestly. And hey,
Full.
level 3 Death Defiance, why not? Now, I'm not afraid of doing the Blood Gate. What I'm afraid of is not getting the pomegranate. And I don't know at this stage yet if we're guaranteed to get this next. So I'm going to play it safe here in terms of decision making and go for the pomegranate. So for you bearded folks out there, bearded men I guess, and possibly some ladies, I have nothing against that. How do you find beards? I've had a beard now for almost 2 years, since I was embarrassingly able to grow one. I say it's embarrassing because I probably couldn't actually grow a proper beard until I was about 27. Although, you know, what is the kind of age when people start growing beards? You can start growing a beard before you can actually grow a good beard. Okay. For you bearded guys, what are some problems you find that are beard specific? Living that beard hobo man life. I do kind of have a hobo beard. These aren't even traps. Oh, they are traps. Okay. You just have to really stand on them. I do have a pretty hobo beard. Level 2 to 3. This is our second pomegranate. Your attack has a chance to do critical damage. Let's spread it out a bit.
Thank you for your support.
We're using the cast a lot. At a shop we can't utilize. I get... oh, man. Oh, I really wish we had those extra, what, 24 obols? I don't think there's any money here. Dang. Well, I almost think we should take nothing. Nothing there we want. Hey, it's Meg already.
Finally, you're back.
So apart from the itchy upper lip, I get something I really irritates me is the itchy nostrils you can get from having a mustache. Ooh. So, because I have a mustache, I've reached the... Oh, damn. Bad damage. I've reached the age now where I have to start trimming my nose hairs. They're just slightly poking out, tip of the nostril. But because of that, it means they kind of collide with my mustache hairs. And there's some sort of almost like Velcro effect where my mustache hairs tickle at my nostril hairs, and I get a very itchy nose. Like inside the nostril. It's honestly, it's torturously itchy. I'm not exaggerating. Hey, it might be the itchiest thing I've ever experienced. Now I realize that's probably very much a me problem. And every guy's beard is probably a little different. We should have to move there. But what about you guys? I'd love to hear what your bearded experiences are. I do think I'll keep the beard. You know, I can see myself living as a bearded man for the rest of my life. Oy. It kind of suits my mildly hermitage personality. Mildly hermity personality. And kind of this creative writing persona I'm trying to manifest out of nothing. Can you be a writer if you've never been published? Can you be an artist if you've never sold your artwork? What do you think? Hey, dead damage. We're doing alright here. Meg's... We're doing decent damage to Meg. I think you can. You're just not a professional writer, I guess. Published writer. Isn't it true that Vincent Van Gogh, only ever sold one picture, one painting during his actual lifetime? And it was to his sister, I think. I mean, that may be apocryphal, but I have heard that story. So, if you subscribe to the idea that you're not an artist unless you sell your art, then I guess you have to consider Vincent Van Gogh to not be an artist, which is plainly ludicrous. Have you seen Starry Night? Have you heard the song? Let's focus for a minute here while we finish Meg off, because I've taken way too much damage, more damage than I should have. The hard part here is getting these power shots off. I want to hit you. Get down, Mr. President, or Madam President, should I say? What is the correct terminology for a female president? I guess we'll never know. That's hopefully oh, obviously tongue-in-cheek. I've been told before people can find it difficult to tell when I'm being sarcastic. I'll give you a hint. Almost always. Yikes. You gotta dodge that. We're over dodging these, right? I think it's something I realized earlier, but there's a difference between realizing your mistake and correcting your mistake. That's why it's not called the one-step program. Might as well clear out the chaff while you're doing those shots that don't even have enough range to hit us. Okay. Meg should be dead pretty soon. No! No! Okay. A few more shots on Meg. Here, it's just done. I do think this build will be... It's not as good for Meg, but it will be better for the Hydra. And at a certain point, we do have to start prioritizing the Hydra over Meg fights. Like the previous run, we had a good shield build that took care of Meg pretty easily.
Be seeing you around, man.
This run, we have a decent bow build. Not so great for Meg, but should be better for the Hydra. But we did take a lot of damage there. Much more than we'd want to.
I'll just be a moment, Father.
Hey, if the game ended here, we'd be doing well.
What's for sale?
We can't actually buy any health, but we can get the healing items. Okay. I have Lamia.
Take this one.
It's probably my favorite whale item at the moment. Cyclops jerky. And we're gonna switch to start your escape attempt. I wonder if we switch to this now if we'll get any value out of it. That's funny. Would it work immediately? Or will it just not work? Or will it work when we go through the door? So many questions. If it works immediately, you could just switch to it, get the value, and then switch to something else, right? I'm going to assume it doesn't work like that. I would like a Poseidon boon, actually. I think the Poseidon cast boon would be really valuable, so I'm going to put all my eggs into that one basket. It might not be the right choice. We'll see. Either way,
Now we're getting somewhere.
all we really have to do is a good.
more bloodless?
Okay. Don't forget our special, although we're actually better off, I think, rather than using the special is. What we should be doing is trying to line up the shots to pierce through as many enemies as possible. And we can afford to take HP immediately. That drops. Because it works on a room by room basis, right? It's not an enemy by enemy basis, so we don't reduce our chances of the next enemy dropping HP by taking HP. Yeah. Either way, we don't have a choice. Well, if all the rooms are as riveting as this one, we don't have anything to worry about. Oh, phase 2, it does get harder. Okay. I'm also a little disappointed we don't have any... that was terrible. Dash upgrade at the moment. I think a dash upgrade would be nice for this build. Hey, stop that. Okay. Doing well, ladies and germs. It's getting blown up left and right. Standing still, taking damage. Aye. Why? Just kill me now. I know. What separates them,
Should fetch me some.
the winners from the losers, is persistence, right?
Here goes
Not
nothing.
giving up. Give me a Daedalus hammer. Okay. Pick yourself up.
Mess with me right now.
Takes faith and confidence.
Not so fast.
Hey, we just defied that death. Oh my god. It's the speed. It's the speed of the charge shot, and it's probably me. In fact, we know it's me. What was I say? Probably. Yeah, this is not me. It's the game. What's that, Principal Skinner meme? No, it's the children who are wrong.
My fate is mine.
Right. I think we have 3 of those, right? 1 left. I'm ready for criticism. I need some harsh words, some harsh criticism, maybe. What am I doing wrong? Besides from playing terribly. My thinking at the moment is what I'm doing wrong is using the bow. I almost wish we had that. Hey, there's so much more room over here. That's one thing I can improve upon, is better movement around the floor, around the level. If we survive, we can probably purchase health. I may or may not have just said purchase. The jury's out on that one. Yeah. It's the bow. It's the bow. It's not me. It's the bow. It's pretty hard to use the bow effectively on this floor. It's so much better on the other floors. And don't ask me to justify that in any way. Don't ask me to tell you why this floor is different to the other floors. What's different about this floor is I'm not as good on this floor as the earlier floors. That's what's different. I think it'd be fair to say... How long have we been recording? I think it would be fair to say we all saw that coming. Am I proud of that? No, of course not. Do I think I could have done anything differently? Yes, of course I could have. Let me just wallow for a moment. I'm just going to wallow. Wallow and purge it out of my system. So we don't carry it over. to the future. I am roughly man-sized. Thank you so very much for watching. Leave a like and a comment down below if you feel so inclined. And honestly, that one probably deserves a dislike. So just go ahead and do that. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more and follow me on this journey of self-discovery and self-reflection. Videos go up every day, twice daily on YouTube. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. See ya.